What's going on, guys? Culprit here, and welcome back once again to my Let's Play Banished series, Aftermath of the Tornado. I've been kind of just sitting here kind of monitoring things, kind of rebuilding. If you remember, this whole stretch of houses here was destroyed. Some of these were. I took the opportunity to then kind of replace them with stone houses. I've kind of come to the realization I don't have the stone infrastructure to do that, but I wanted to do it because I wanted to help conserve firewood, which would conserve wood usage. I could steal some of those forester jobs somewhere else. Yeah, obviously manpower is a bit of an issue now. I kind of lucked out. I mean, I lost a lot of people. I lost over 50% of my population, which stunk. But, you know, my farms remain intact. I more farms than I needed. I got rid of some farms, actually. But these guys are doing just fine. Actually, I'm going to watch this for a second, because as they harvest this... Which actually, I'm going to tell them... Oh, I guess okay. I'm not really sure how that's working. I only have 3 farms running. I'm trying to rotate crops. Somebody told me that if you don't rotate crops, you might get some kind of disease or something. Just messing around. I did get corn seed, and I did just get 2 sheep, which I want to get going so that we can start making wool, which will make nicer jackets and things. So I don't know if I'm really going to see a benefit to nicer jackets as far as my happiness or whatever, or people living, because I'm not really having anybody die from cold. But it might just be better to trade, right? That's the thinking anyway. I'm just randomly kind of moving these around. One other thing I did do, I discovered, or, you know, I kind of remembered, I should say, is a stone road. And to make you aware, this says provides faster travel for citizens. That's a dirt road, 0 cost. That's the benefit of dirt. The stone road provides a much faster travel for citizens, 1 stone per length. So that's actually quite costly when you get into big roads like this. So I just did kind of this road, because this is obviously a really highly trafficked road, all the way out to here. Eventually I will do them all, at least all the doubles. And then I did here a little bit because it's pretty traveled, but then I realized that, whoa, I need to chill out. I'm burning through stone. I did burn through a lot of firewood getting the sheep. They were 600 each, so that's 1,200. Corn seed was, well, let's just see this guy here right now, isn't there? Sheep, oh, I already got him, so we can dismiss him. Corn seed was like 2,400, so that's a lot of hide coats I spent, and firewood. So now I'm trying to replenish firewood a little bit. One of you guys told me that I had way too much firewood. I don't know. I also use firewood as a currency, basically, as a trading thing, because it's kind of a raw resource, and it's sold for, I think, 4. Yeah, 4 value. Everything else, you know, I can't get rid of stone. Logs are only 2. Irons, you know, everything else is harder to get, where firewood's seemingly easy. Hide coats are obviously the best. So what we're going to do right now, without further ado, as you can see, I'm having more houses put in. Again, I tried to do a couple stone houses here. The cost right now for me was just too much, and I really wanted to get everything going, because if you look, 54 homes, 40 families. I just bumped in probably 6 homes in the last 6 to 8 homes in the last 20 minutes. So it was a lot closer. I feel like the tornado killed all my able-bodied people, like all my, you know, childbearing people. I feel like all I have is old people right now. It's kind of depressing, but I'm still pretty healthy. I have 70 adults, 18 students, 24 children, which is actually going up right now as I'm doing these houses. The school is pretty much at capacity. It's not quite there right now. It's 18, obviously, as I just said. It's hit 20 a couple times, so I didn't want any limiting factor. Wow, like, again, the firewood. So I did put another school up over here. Woodcutter, we'll pop another one in there. Having a lot of people die off. This is what I'm talking about. They're all dying of old age. It's really kind of frustrating watching all my laborers go. It's like everybody between the age of 20 and 40 got killed in a tornado. Yeah, so I'm having a little bit of a firewood problem. Which what I'm going to do is I'm going to take some out of here. I have some inventoried up in here to trade, but I'm just going to drop that down to 100. And let that should, in theory, I think that kicks back to the market, so that'll allow people, because I'm already seeing some cold homes pop up. But this is kind of weird, though. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, and then I have another one all the way over here, 5 woodcutters, which this guy is not the most optimal. I should probably get rid of him at this point. Yeah, alright, so without further ado, let's get right into this. We will put in this animal pen, which the sizes are a little different. So we're just going to push them all the way out here. It's 20 by 20, I think, is the way. And that looks pretty good right there. Boom. And that is going to be the sheep. Alright, so what do they have for logs? They have to do that many logs? I guess a fence, I guess? Okay. I didn't realize I had to actually build, because farms you don't even have to build, so. Yeah, so firewood's a problem, and I can't quite even understand why. Now, I know I did use a lot to trade, but by now this should be getting replenished. I mean, look, right here. These guys should constantly have logs coming in. They should constantly be putting firewood out. Firewood, I actually raised a couple vendors in here because the idea is I'm trying to keep my market filled. Why not? I'm noticing a lot of problems with my my laborers and my builders getting occupied and a lot of stupid stuff like going and getting something to eat. They're cold, they want some warmth, which that is where I may see some benefit to like better coats. You know, that happening less. Maybe they can probably, I would imagine, work more in the winter, because I notice that their work time is a lot less when there's snow on the ground in the winter time because they get cold. They have to go back to their house. And the problem is that, you know, let's just say, for example, a laborer lives over here in this house, but I'm trying to build this school. Well, first he's walking all the way over here. He's going to grab some resources, do one load, and then, oh, I'm hungry. Walk all the way back to his home here. Walk, you know, a lot of his day is eaten up by traversing back and forth, which obviously it all goes back to efficiency, as I've said to you guys time and time again. Yeah, it's kind of frustrating in that sense. So, you know, I'm trying to kind of figure out ways to get around that. Obviously, you can see I am sticking with the congested city, mostly because I like how it looks. This drives me nuts that they put two stone houses, the same two stone houses next to each other. But I'm going to start offsetting that. As you can see, I've got some homes out here. I've got some homes over here. I'm going to start, you know, almost like individual towns, so that, God forbid, a fire ever does break out and kind of level the city. Hopefully, my whole civilization won't be just done. We'll have some kind of a fighting chance. Alright, logs. Alright, so that'll be up pretty quickly. That's nice. And that'll serve right into this barn. Now, I was told that obviously, and we've kind of found that to be true, the market will pull out of any resources on the map. So it will clearly walk to this barn, it will walk to this barn, it will walk to that. And I found that to be true. I've kind of figured out on my own, but one of you has confirmed that for me in my comments. But what this does is shows the radius of kind of utility, where any houses in the circle are going to, hey, I need firewood. They're going to go to the market first. You know, so basically what I'm going to do is anything in this circle is going to be mostly only homes. Now, towards the end of the circle here, I may do things. I'm just trying to think. I mean, I guess in a certain way, it might be more efficient to have like the log cutters, like, oh, let's just say, you know, in theory, right here. He goes to market, cuts it. Or goes to market, gets logs, which we should have logs. You know, logs right there. He walks it back, chops it, puts firewood right in. You know, but I don't really like that idea, and I don't like the look, so we're not going to do it that way. But, you know, that would work. But, I mean, I don't see any problem here. Every time I click on these guys, they're full. Like, what is it? Was there 316? They're doing 90. See, that's... I just built him, so it's hard to judge him. These guys, you know, if I have to, I'm gonna chop a whole bunch of wood just to kind of fill this guy back up. 420 plus, he's 120, so he's ahead of the other ones. I mean, 643. I mean, that's great. But this guy over here probably didn't. Did he not do much? 226 and 60. The problem is this guy doesn't really have any. I can't even do that. He doesn't really have any wood, so he's got to walk all the way to the market. So I had him there. Because, you know, this stuff, you know, as I cut for the farms, I had tons of wood. But what I'm doing is I'm thinking now. Oh, I actually had a stone too, and the problem is stone is getting pretty rare. Okay, so I'm gonna have to be proactive on that. I'm gonna have to tell this, I think, to do sheep. Sheep. So the 2 sheep should come over here. I need to give them herdsmen. I'm actually gonna do 2 in there for now. I do have a little bit of labor. We can get away with that. I should mention I am using something different to record. I hope my audio is going to be better. It's Marillis Action, I believe, for those of you that might be interested. It does allow me to record different audio, like my microphone, to a different audio track than my game audio. So hopefully now I can actually play with some game audio and kind of level that in for you guys so you can enjoy that, because it actually has really kind of cool ambient sounds and native and environmental sounds. And it just make your experience better. We will see. As you guys know, I don't need any more sheep. I have been struggling with the recording of this game. As far as I know, DX Story still does not work. Alright, so let's just see. Everybody should be idle. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to just tell them right now to come in here, clear cut a good swath of this. Or not even clear cut, just strip everything. That will eventually grow back. And I am going to, the idea here, what I was going to do is I kind of, I don't know why they haven't done it. This is what drives me nuts. I have laborers, but there's jobs not getting done. And, you know, I've since figured out that you can kind of click this. Well, let's see. Attending school. Why are the laborers attending school? I have no idea. Like, this is what I'm confused about. Another one. Attending school. Attending school. Attending school. Why are they all attending school? Why are all of my laborers attending school? This is a problem. Like that. The only thing I can think. Well, let's see here. Let's just look then. They're 12 years old. That shouldn't. No, that shouldn't be. I don't think so. Because. Am I clicking on this wrong? No, right? This is the laborers. They're all attending school. This is why nothing gets done. But and then I'm assuming. Oh, you know what? Maybe. Let's see. Now these shouldn't be students. These are all over the place. But they should go to... I'm very confused. Like I said, I don't understand. Student. Labor. The only thing I can think of, because I don't remember this problem before the tornado, is the tornado destroyed the school, if you remember. And maybe there was a lag in there before I rebuilt the school. So, you know, a 10-year-old became a laborer, worked for a year, 6 months, and then I rebuilt the school and was like, oh wait, I'm supposed to be in school. I didn't think it would work that way, but I don't know. I guess maybe something kind of glitched out in there. I'm hoping just as some time passes. Look at that, 31 babies. That's awesome. I might actually just keep building some houses, because as much as I want to do stone houses, I need to repopulate, because I need to get some mines in. I need to get some stone quarry. I have the stone quarry in. I just need to get it re-labored. That's going to be a big thing. So yeah, I don't know what's going on with labor, and like I said, I've been fighting it. All right, there we go. We got our firewood is back up, which is great. So actually, since it's back up, I'm considering taking him out. I'm just gonna close it for now. Get rid of that labor. Let him go in the general thing. There's no reason to bulldoze. I don't need the space yet. These guys can stay there. This thing should fill up with wood pretty quickly. But now we should kind of, as long as it stabilizes off, I'm going to keep the 4 on for now. I'll probably go back down to 3 for sure, maybe even 2. I'll probably just close them down like I did the other ones. And then as I build houses and they kind of, the population pops again, we will worry about that. So food is fairly stable. I'm going to just queue up a bunch of houses. I don't even think I have the stone for it. But we're going to just queue it up. I'm going to queue them all up, and then I will stop, I think, on some of them. Can I thought? No? Oh, yeah. I'm like, it's actually, I should mention, it's been probably a good week or so since I played Banished, and I just played a session of Timber and Stone, so if you see me fumbling with the controls, that is why. Because the controls are quite different in the 2 games. So here's the problem. I don't have much stone. And most of the easy picking stone has been got. Let's go up in here. I just want the picking stone right now. So yeah, I really need to get a quarry going. Because, I mean, just look. There's not much that's really... I mean, over here is some... I had them doing that before, but I should have built the road first. Yeah, don't have a lot of stone, and that obviously is a problem. And the wood, yeah, the wood I just did a bunch of... Well, actually, that hasn't even taken them. So I want to get more into stone, but I really need to jumpstart the population, which I'm doing, which is fine. You see right now I have 21 students, which is good, so that means the other school is being used. Because what I was finding is that in here, in the quarry, I mean, I had a couple guys in there. It was very labor-intensive, but I wasn't getting a lot of returns. Now the only thing I could maybe think of is I need to start over here making some steel tools, which I need logs, which I have. Just the only other thing I need is coal, and basically I would probably need I would need 2 mines. I would need an iron mine and a coal mine just to be able to keep up. Specifically, I would have to start with a coal mine. Then I could start making some steel tools. I'm hoping that is not just a durability thing. I'm hoping that is a speed thing. And if these guys are all using steel tools, then, for instance, the guys in the quarry are going to quarry rocks much quicker. that sort of thing. Maybe the farmers will work quicker, and then it's worth the investment. So the idea was, as I made this quick, I was going to go here with a road, and you can see I just started to do it. Let's just see how it's going to mesh up. Yeah, just kind of an ugly little two-way road there. And I was thinking putting 2 mines up over here. This way I could have kind of a depot over here, or a stockpile over here, and some homes for the, like almost a little mining village over in this little peninsula. We will see. That's what we're going to get to. We're going to start working that way as we can. And then, you know, we're gonna kind of round this village out, I think, and then we're gonna keep focusing here for some houses and things. Again, this is obviously the hub, but I do want to just kind of get some different areas. And as I build up important parts of my country, I guess you'd say, I don't know what the heck we're calling it now. You know, mining. I want this almost to be self-sustainable, so that if a disaster strikes, either if a disaster hits the mining, it won't kill the rest of the town, or if the rest of the town, literally the downtown area, gets destroyed. As long as I have the food production and I have means, like I've told you a lot. See now, all that firewood is gone again. That's crazy to me. Like, I understand it's winter and I understand there's houses, but that's 500 firewood gone, and 4 guys chopping it can't keep up. So yeah, I really need to get on the stone houses, but I just don't have the stone for it. But these houses are getting built. That's going to give me more people, which is going to give me, you know, more more babies, more kids, students, all that, which is fine. I just need to start getting some serious stone influx, but it's not easy to do because I probably need, I would guess, how many, they take 15 workers, 10 workers in it to really start seeing some kind of returns. I mean, I would want to see at least like 100 stone a year, and I don't think it was getting that. I don't even think it'll show me. It's been so many, yeah, it's been so many years since I closed it down. The wood pile, jeez Louise. I guess I gotta make this higher than that now, huh? Bump it up to 7, see if we can't settle that off at some point. Because, I mean, building the houses shouldn't affect the firewood. Ugh, I can't think of what I'm trying to say. I don't have anything in here, right? I took that out. Yeah, I got 100 in here, and it is what it is. I haven't touched that. So that's just all these people. I mean, I'm getting a ton of houses. I mean, I've got almost 60 homes, and that's what, I mean, that's basically what it is. They're just grabbing firewood for the winter, but it's still kind of annoying. Our food is a little lower. If I notice it start trending lower, I'll open another farm and we'll go there. We've got the time, or the land. We've got everything kind of situated. There was a farm here. There was 2 or 3 farms set up over here. We just we've got 3 of them now. A little baby in there. Hello, sheep. So this is actually, I guess, basically what this is, well, there you go. It controls the number of animals to keep in the pasture. Exceeding this count will result in livestock being slaughtered. So if I put it at 3, as soon as the 4th baby is born, they will slaughter one of them, and that'll produce the food. But as you guys know, what I really want is the wool. So we'll see how quickly that kind of works. Let's change this to beans. It's already being planted. Alright, so let's just leave that. Okay, so basically what I'm doing is I'm trying to get back on my feet. I'm trying to figure out what's going on here, what my needs are with this big, bulky infrastructure of a city and half the people now. And just trying to get the direction pointed the right way. And I feel like I am, but I'm kind of definitely going through growing pains. Mostly, like I said, with this weird labor stuff going on. Student. Like unless this is just glitched out and it's just showing me students. Because I mean the jobs do seem to be getting done now, but it's weird. I don't know. Let's see. There should be 2 workers here. Builder. See, only the builders. So basically what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna make everybody builders. Like just so many guys, because they're gonna be builders. And then when they don't have a building task, actually, yeah, they were builders. But anyway, when they're builders and they don't have a task to do, then they're going to go and be laborers. So I'm still scratching my head About the firewood. I just can't believe that they took so many. I mean, I have 8 stone houses here, I have 10 stone houses here, so you would think my firewood bill would be going down. So it's like you almost feel like something's off here. I'm not sure what it is. Late spring. These are planted. Why is this guy not planted? Beans, I guess, start late. I don't know. I haven't really paid attention to the different crops. Yeah. I'm just gonna keep popping these up as I can. Expansion is the #1 goal, as long as my food will support it, which actually no sense now with late spring, but next year I am gonna pop this one on. You know, you can see it's going down a little bit. You can see in here my production. Food 12, it's about even last year, so yeah, it just shows I'm growing a little bit. Need to kind of start throttling things back up. I choked off my food production, so now I need to kind of start pushing it back up a little bit. So again, I'm basically in the management mode here, not doing anything too exciting. I wanted to kind of not let too many years go by without checking in with you guys and doing a little episode. And the big thing was that I got the sheep that I wanted to kind of get going. I know it's not anything crazy exciting, which actually we're just going to throw. This is probably just wasting labor, but I want to do that so that I don't mess up later and forget to do it. Actually, that meshes in there pretty nicely with that other connecting road, which is nice. And you see, I have a well over here. I think I have another one somewhere. Where did I put it? Over here? Yeah, there's one right here. I did stick some out here. I think I stuck one in there. I'm kind of crazy about the wells now. I'm making sure I have them. Here, you can see them all dotted around the town hall. I don't know if I showed you all this. You know, 4 here. We'll see if they use it. Somebody told me the one in here is actually just for decoration. They don't actually use it. I'm not planning to find out. Bunch here. Someone did say, actually, very good point in the comments I just read today, that if that were to happen again, let's say these buildings caught on fire again, I think it originated over here, to go in here in this priority tab, which I've kind of been experimenting with as I've been building things, to click this and just do the whole city. And because he's right, when the fire initially broke out, it seemed like people were still milling around doing their jobs or like finishing the task they were doing before they got over here. And the problem was that, you know, by then the fire had taken such a big hold that this way, if I could basically, in essence, tell people, drop what you're doing, the job priority is in here, maybe they'll get here soon enough to then, you know, stamp out the fire early. So, like I said, I'm going to have some balance of resource issues. Obviously, turning up the firewood is killing my wood. You know, I should probably turn to the forests. Obviously, I got to bump the crops up. It's just, like I said, there's no sense turning that on now. I might even just open them both up. Ain't gonna hurt nobody to stockpile food, but I don't have a ton of labor just sitting around. These guys are doing pretty good out here. Let's see, what are these guys doing for logs? It's not that great. 87 logs last year. You can do better than that, dude. Come on. Food, good venison, bunch of leather. Leather's important. Actually, you know what I should do? I should slow this down. Let's just stop it at 250. Oh no, what am I? Once I'm reading the tools, I'll do 150. That's still a lot. Jeez. 114 jackets. I mean, I don't need that many, so we're gonna move them down here to trade. We're just perfectly fine. I've got 115. We can do. Yeah, we'll move those there, and then she can just keep making, because that's pretty good. At what is it, 14, 15? That's 1,500 sitting in the bank in essence. I can always pull them out of there if I need them, because hopefully at some point I will start getting some wool. We haven't produced any yet, I don't think, right? Overview inventory. Let's see. Wool. We've got 6 wool, so we're there. Okay, that's good. That's good. So well, I'm gonna let that build up a little bit, and then we will switch this over. Wrong one. I'm gonna switch this over. Wool, and I'm just gonna switch it over, see what happens. Let's see. See how much it barks back at me, telling me we don't have enough. Got the stone, got the logs, just need to build. Got a little stone coming in. But yeah, eventually I wanna, you know, as some of these students start to graduate, I am gonna open this quarry. Get some guys working over here, but I do want some of these laborers to finish some of these tasks. You know, I know I have this road over here. What did I just do? Oh yeah, I did this road. Alright, so they've done that. I don't know why they haven't worked on this one. Oh, maybe they have. Maybe that road just double over the other one. Is that basically what happened? Yeah. So I'm gonna have to do this manually. I'll just make it a little bigger because I feel like it looks better. That's going to be adequate for now. I just want to get a road there so when I start, because that's a good distance away to send people. I mean, it's kind of like the farms. We'll be able to do that, but right now the priority at hand. See, this is the conundrum I'm under, and I'm going to wrap it up after this. Want to start the quarry, get some stone rolling in, but I have a feeling that I'd be better off doing the mines to get some steel tools, then doing the quarry, because then I will then reap better rewards for that. But I'm gonna actually open this up now, but I don't know. We will see. I'm gonna put this up higher, but at the same time, I just don't. Oh no! What is that? No. All right. What do we got? Stone cutters. I'm just gonna throw a couple in here. 3. Let's just do 5. See where that gets us. Nice round number. I hope that I don't remember what that was. So let's see what they can do. Again, we're gonna kind of get that rolling. See how much stone it's gonna bring me in. At least it might just bring me in a nice steady stream. They have topped off on that. That's fine. Yeah, firewood could be better. And so we're just gonna pop that. Wait, this one. We're gonna open that one for work. We're gonna open that one, but that's not gonna be wheat. We'll do corns there. We do beans here. And that's gonna be a bunch of farmers. So what do we got? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 15 farmers. 3 each is what I'm basically doing, and then we'll just pop one of that. That looks like a good range. So there you go, guys. I'm just kind of managing the system now, kind of getting the ship righted, if you will, and just basically waiting for another disaster, I suppose. But I hope you're enjoying it, guys. Really fun game. Some of you guys I know have picked it up since the series started. Let me know what you think about the game in the comments. Are you enjoying it? Some of the crazy stuff that's happened to you, I always like hearing that, and of course, like always, any advice you have. So thanks a lot for watching, guys. I'll talk to you soon. Take care.